Hey guys, my name is Kyle Allen and I'm here with Hayden. We're in front of a house right now, an 85254 that Hayden's actually just bought from me and he's gonna be flipping. We're gonna be showing you guys the ins and outs of this fix and flip. This is gonna be a 3-part series and we're excited to show it through. So Hayden, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit and tell them what you do?
Yeah, so like you said, my name is Hayden Nielsen. I'm a real estate investor here in town. This is one of our luxury flips. We call it a luxury just because of the price point, and there's different kinds of finishes. And so I'm excited to be doing this series with him. Whether you're a cash buyer, fix and flipper, renter, realtor, title person, wholesaler, everybody wins on these deals. So let's go take a look.
Let's go ahead and check out Winchcombe. You got started flipping houses, what, almost about 2 years ago now?
No, not even.
Not even.
Honestly, I bought my first house 1 year and 6 days ago. I was just
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then how many have you done so far? Because you've
this
killed
will
it your
be-
first year for sure.
Yeah, this will be my 25th house that I bought.
That's amazing, guys. Yeah. So if you want to learn about how to flip houses, Hayden's the guy to go check it out. He has a whole YouTube channel where he talks about all of the houses that he's flipping. He breaks it all down. So this is another great resource that you guys want to check out too. What about this house made you really like it? What were some of the items that you're like, hey, this is a deal for me?
When you first sent this deal to me, the first thing that I'm looking at is a single story.
Yep.
Check.
Yeah.
It's a 3-car garage. That's a huge plus. It has a pool. It's a huge plus. I really am hesitant of buying a luxury house without a pool. At any price point, a pool, for whatever reason, just doesn't even correlate so much value to the house. It sells faster, it sells easier, it sells for more money. So like those are the first 3 things. Single story sell a lot better than 2 stories. 3-car garage, like if somebody's gonna pay $1.4 million for a house, they're going to want a garage. Next, I look at the location. I was telling him I just sold another $1.4 million house a couple blocks away. I kind of know this area a little bit. I know that there's comps. We looked at the neighborhood, there's comps in the neighborhood. So I'm looking for comps, I'm looking for those specific things on the house, and then obviously I'm looking for spread. I have to make sure that there's enough money in the deal to like make it pencil. And so if we think that we can sell this deal for $1.4 million, that means I have to take out carrying costs and closing costs, take out what I'm gonna spend in construction, and then whatever Kyle is bringing it to me at, I gotta make sure that it makes sense.
One of the things too, that's why I brought the deal to him ahead of time, especially as a trusted buyer, I know exactly who it is I wanted to get his number so that way I could try to work the seller down, see if I could make some more spread for you. Because at the end of the day, the last thing I wanna do is lock up this deal with the seller, have to cancel on her. She's now sitting here going, what the heck's going on? My house is not selling anymore. So if you have good buyers that you're working with, talk to them proactively. This is how I did my first deal, and I still do deals like this all the time because it helps me to get a read of what someone's really willing to pay for this house. Hayden, show us around. Tell us what you're gonna do to this house, man.
Okay, so when you first walk in, you walk in through this big front door. We're hoping to be able to keep it. You walk into this living space, we're gonna raise it here. There's this dining room. It's a little bit awkward. We're not sure exactly what we're gonna do. We're thinking of just making it a den. It just doesn't really flow very well to like have to walk all the way around from your kitchen to come here. As you walk through here, you come to the kitchen and you just walked past right where we're gonna add a half bath. So that was one of the biggest problems with this house is it's a 4-2, 4 beds, 2 baths. And we think that at this price point, you need an extra half bath. People don't want their guests having to use their kids' bathroom. And then now we're here in the kitchen. We're just gonna be adding cabinets, counters, appliances, flooring, and paint, light fixtures.
And then who do you use for your cabinets and countertops?
Honestly, finding subs and vendors is almost like finding deals.
Yep.
You just have to get creative because for every good sub or good vendor, there's 10 bad subs and vendors. You have to find, this is pro tip, you have to find a sub especially that works on other fix and flips because new construction, commercial, custom, it's all different. Residential, remodel, it's all different than fix and flip. So you have to find subs and vendors that work with fix and flips because if not, they just don't understand how your business works and it ends up costing you a lot more money in the long run. And it's just, that's kind of one of those tricks of the trade that I've learned.
So we're here in the master bedroom now. This is probably one of the most important parts of the house. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100% agree.
So what are you guys gonna do in here? Are you guys gonna do anything special or are you guys just gonna kind of keep it, you know, the basic, you know, that you would typically do to any other room?
You always hear, like it's the cliche, you got to spend money on the master bathroom and the kitchen, and that's kind of what we do. We'll pimp out the master bathroom. Freestanding tub, hanging light fixture, big shower, nice glass enclosure. One of the things that's important in a house like this is it has a toilet closet. It's super important to people. Spend money in the kitchen, spend money in the master bathroom.
I love it.
And that's what people love.
All right, guys, so we're here in the backyard right now. This is obviously one of the most important parts of the house too as well. This is where the family's gonna spend some time, especially when it's beautiful in March right now in Arizona.
Yes.
What do you guys have kind of planned right now for the backyard?
You got the pool that's tucked in the corner. Sometimes in these older homes, they put the pool right here in the middle of the yard, and then you don't have a yard. Like you have this big grassy area, you have these planters. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna resurface the cool decking. We're just gonna freshen it up, new plants, trim it back, maybe plant a couple trees. For whatever reason, new little plants like just make a house feel so new.
And the cool thing about this thing is you could take it down in a day and put it back up in a day too. It's not gonna kill you if you wanna open it up, if you wanna take it. So it's like, you know, those metal ones, I mean, you can't do anything but take them down and keep them down.
Yeah.
So I got a couple questions that I'm gonna ask Hayden that are gonna help you guys out if you wanna start flipping houses. What was one of the things that like really made you wanna start flipping houses when you first got into this business?
So I actually never wanted to flip houses when I was in my early 20s. At the end of 22, I started networking with a lot of investors because I was wanting to do flooring for them. But then I started to get to know the industry more, and that's what kind of piqued my interest. It's like just getting to know wholesalers, getting to know investors, getting to know lenders, and like all of a sudden I'm like, wait, this is a super awesome industry.
What made you do that first jump on that first deal? Like what made you want to like now take the dive?
What was super enticing to me is you can make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in profit on a flip. I've done a lot of business. I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I've spent millions in marketing. I've done millions in sales. Be able to take home $50,000 in free profit in a 6-7 week project, that's almost unbeatable.
Yeah,
like there's not many industries where you can go and do one deal and make that kind of free profit, free cash flow.
What would be some of like the biggest learning curves, maybe like 2 or 3 of them that you're like, hey, if you're gonna be flipping real estate, watch out for this, avoid this, or do this, get those $50,000, $100,000 checks?
I see 3 phases in flipping. You have the deals, you have the money, and you have the rehab. If you try to outsource all 3, it's going to be really hard to make profit because you're having to pay a markup on all 3 things. So if you have a lot of money, cool, you can outsource finding deals and outsource your construction. If you're really good at construction, cool, you can pay investors a little bit more of a premium, or you can pay a little bit more premium for deals. If you don't have a lot of money and you don't know anything about construction, you need to find the deals direct, or there's not going to be any meat left in the bone. Focus on one of those 3 categories, and that's going to be a way for you to streamline your success.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it was finding deals. Like that's where I was good at. I didn't know anything about construction. I didn't have any money, so I had to go find the deals. And then you find enough good deals, you can partner with people, you can, you know, bring money to the table. Like money's always available. And for you as the construction side, you already knew all the construction, you knew how to do that, you had money too as well. So now you just need to find deals. So any last pieces of advice of what you would share for a future flipper, someone that wants to get into this business?
You can't read about doing push-ups, you just have to do push-ups.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with real estate. You can watch all these YouTube videos, you can go to events, you can do all these things. You just got to do a deal, whether that's lending money to a flipper, whether that's bird dogging a deal, bringing a deal to Kyle, or doing a deal yourself, working for a flipper that does a lot of construction, you can help manage their projects. Whatever your skill level is, you just got to start.
Yeah, we get a lot of people that, you know, DM us that we talk to. They're like, I want to do this, I want to do this. 6 months go by, a year go by, they still haven't changed, they still haven't done anything, and it's just so true. You want to get success, and the people that have jumped in, that just go right in, they get success, they have those results, and it's just simply by doing that. So Hayden, where can people find you at so they can start following some of your content online too?
The best place to find me is on Instagram, Hayden Nielsen. We have a YouTube channel. Kyle is telling me that I need to get on LinkedIn, so I will get on LinkedIn this week, right, Nate? But yeah, that's the number 1 place to find me.
Yeah, well, cool. Well, I really appreciate you guys for watching this video. We're gonna bring you guys 2 more parts too as well to this. So you guys are gonna stay tuned. We're gonna come back in when it's fully demoed and you guys are going to town on it, building this project backed up. And then we're gonna come in once it's completely finished and it's staged. I'm gonna imagine that you stage most of your properties.
Yes, especially at this
price point. So we're gonna come back when it's completely done. So make sure to subscribe and follow the channel if you guys haven't already to make sure you see the next 2 parts.